Oh my goodness, things are kicking off big time now. This is incredible. Tonight's super exciting because after months of restrictions I am able today to restart my lighthouse photography mission. And I've come to a part of Scotland that I've never been to before, and I'm obviously off to a lighthouse that I've never been to before. It's super exciting to be able to get back on this quest, and hopefully I've got another 4 lighthouses I need to get the 12 that I want, hopefully, for the calendar that I was planning this year. So this week I'm definitely going to be doing 2, but potentially more. We'll see if time allows, but it all begins tonight. Let's get another place ticked off the list and get another photograph in the bag. Oh, so exciting. I was really planning for tonight to be a bit of a scouting trip because I've never been here before, and I'm actually only staying 10 minutes down the road from this specific lighthouse. But as you can probably tell, the light tonight is pretty incredible. Unfortunately I can't stay tonight until after sunset and get the light blinking. That is my plan for another day later this week, which is another reason why tonight was going to be a scouting opportunity. But as we're sort of beginning to get nearer golden hour, we're getting these incredible stormy clouds over the sea, which actually we've had today, but this one in particular as I was walking just looked amazing. And we also had a rainbow that appeared as well, and very quickly I got my camera out and took some quick photographs, and I don't think they turned out very well because I literally had a matter of seconds to take the images before the rainbow disappeared. And then to this side of the lighthouse a very faint rainbow began to appear, and so what I did was I put my wide angle lens on and my polarizing filter in the hope that I could potentially get an image of the rainbow arcing over the lighthouse itself, which would have been incredible, but the rainbow this time didn't really materialise. It's still there actually, you can see it behind me, but it's not going right over as I'd hoped. But I'm hoping, now that I'm set up, that if it does kick off, I'm ready for action. And if I get a good shot tonight, I'll be happy, because as I say, tonight is just a scouting opportunity. But yeah, you just have to utilise the weather when you get it, and it's something quite nice when you have these stormy dark clouds and a rainbow. Something a bit different, something a bit unique, and I'm hoping and praying that this materialises because it's pretty exciting indeed. Sadly the rainbow didn't materialise, but it's so beautiful down here this evening, and I think the main thing that's really inspiring me and like drawing me in is actually the clouds that are surrounding this location. They're so beautiful. I mean, today we've had some incredible clouds, and I'm just looking at an amazing one behind you actually, behind the camera, just floating through the sky. I've not seen clouds like these for so long. They're all so unique and interesting with some amazing shapes attached to them. So what I'm really trying to do is trying to photograph the lighthouse with these clouds. And although the light isn't great at the moment, I mean, we've got this really intense light on the landscape, which in some ways is nice, especially now the sun's starting to get a bit lower on the horizon because we're getting that nice side light, but it's still quite harsh, and the clouds aren't really lighting up particularly well yet given the time of day, but they're beginning to form quite an interesting shapes and textures and patterns. And Again, I'm going to say it, I've said it a lot recently, but when you're out on a location, it's all about photographing what's really interesting you, what is honing you in. And tonight it's actually not the lighthouse. As much as I love lighthouses, it's not the lighthouse that's speaking to me. It's these incredible clouds that are around me and that are moving around and forming these incredible shapes. So I'm really trying to utilise them and capture them alongside the lighthouse to create some interest. I did something similar last year at Tarbert Nest Lighthouse, where I had these lovely wispy clouds around the top of the lighthouse, and it just looked beautiful with that golden light casting on the landscape. And tonight I think I'm going to get something a little bit similar, but with different clouds, more unique clouds, more interesting clouds, and a little bit more drama as well. But yeah, it's just beautiful. It's a lovely warm spring evening, and it's so calm. It's just lovely. This is working, but one thing I'm doing to try and get something a little bit more unique is I am trying to photograph. We've got all this nice white flowers around here. I mean, it'd be better if they were nice and colourful, but because they're white, they complement the lighthouse with it being the same colour. So what I'm trying to do is get really low to the ground and try and get some shots of these flowers in the foreground with the lighthouse in the background. But yeah, I'm just trying to utilise again what is really catching my eye, and right now it is these flowers. So I'm putting my wide angle lens back on to see if I can really emphasise these flowers in the foreground interest. I mean, these won't go really with my lighthouse calendar because I really need landscape images for that, but it could be a front cover image, or it's just going to be a really good shot for social media, I suppose. But it's just about, as I've said before, photographing what's speaking to me and trying to get it in the best angle and with the best light. And for now, that is going to create the best angle and the best light. Oh my goodness, things are kicking off big time now. This is incredible. But this video is probably going to be entitled The Scouting Mission That Turned Into a Photographer's Dream. Just look at this, we've got the lighthouse, we've got one rainbow, and we've also got another rainbow starting up behind it. I've just found these pools of water that are reflecting the lighthouse itself with that splash of beautiful flowers in between. And I've got a nice portrait orientation shot going here. Oh, this is amazing! Dream come true. rush against time. I got some shots there. I hope they're as good as I hope they are. The heavens have now opened and it's raining, but the light is still incredible. So what I'm doing is I'm running to the other side of the lighthouse, see if I can get a quick shot of the rainbow over the whole lighthouse. Oh wow. Oh man, there's even a double rainbow now. Look at this. Incredible. Came out of nowhere. I didn't even see that cloud approaching. That was incredible. As you know, tonight was just meant to be a scouting mission, but I think it turned out to be something quite incredible. We're reaching golden hour now, but sadly I've got to go. But as I said, I hope I'll be back here later in the week, but now that I've got those images, I don't really know if I need to be. But it would be great to come back here though, and to see this lighthouse actually, you know, switch on and start blinking. I think it's still in operation. I actually need to double check that before I come back again. But I might come back here on my final night in this area and see if I can capture it, you know, after sunset and blinking, because that would be quite incredible and quite a nice way to end my trip as well. So we'll see if that happens. But a little bit like my last video from Findhorn, tonight I've been out earlier than sunset, a few hours earlier actually. We're out about 3 hours before sunset and golden hours just about to start now, and I'm going. But like the Findhorn video last week, I think it would have been last week's video anyway, in that video you will have seen that the best light was actually an hour before sunset, and if I hadn't have got there in time I would have missed it. And similar to tonight, it's about an hour and a half until sunset, or about an hour and 15 minutes now, and if I hadn't have been out when I would have missed that rainbow and that dramatic light. Just shows you got to be out there early, get out there a few hours before sunset to get the most and the best of the light and really utilise it. So anyway, as always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching. Thoroughly enjoyed tonight. I'll be at another famous, in fact this lighthouse isn't famous, but the one that I'm going to potentially in the next episode is very famous, so I look forward to seeing you all then. Have a wee guess in the description below which lighthouse you think I'm going to. So a little clue here, it's in a village that has links to the Avengers films. See if that helps you. Anyway, as always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you all again next time.